easily understand your teacher in a classroom, but you can't understand fast-speaking natives on TV, movies, or YouTube? Well, let's fix that today. The solution is simple and fun. You need to practice listening to fast English. Today we'll listen to a clip of Jim Carrey at the Golden Globe Awards. And as he's speaking, the audience is laughing the entire time. Your English is excellent if you can understand these clips and the jokes. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. Here's how this lesson will work. You'll listen to a short clip twice, and you need to complete the missing words. Here's your first listening exercise.
Please welcome two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey. Please welcome two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey.
How did you do? The announcer said, "Please welcome two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey." Did you hear two-time, or did you write down or say two times with an S? Grammatically, you need two-time because this is an adjective, and adjectives don't have plural forms. Nouns have singular and plural forms. Of course, you could say, I watched this lesson two times with the S because it's the noun. And I certainly hope you do watch this lesson two times because you will learn a lot the second time as well. So put that's right in the comments if you're going to watch it two times. Now let's discuss please welcome. This is, of course, a polite way to welcome someone. You could also say let's welcome. This is casual and natural, and you can also use this to welcome someone. For example, everyone, please welcome Maria to the team. Or everyone, let's welcome Maria to the team. The second one sounds more casual. Also notice that these examples are in the imperative form. They start with the base verb, and this is used for orders, instructions, or requests. So you can think of this as a request. So I could say to you, perhaps as an instruction, download the base verb, so it's the imperative, download the free lesson PDF. The link is in the description, so please do this. Now let's review your next listening exercise. You need to complete this sentence.
Thank you. I am two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey. You know, when I go to sleep at night, thank you. I am two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey. You know, when I go to sleep at night,
how did you do? He said, thank you. I am two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey. And when I go to sleep at night. Now notice how he said, and when I. Was that difficult for you to hear? Those sounds really blend together. And just becomes And when just becomes an unstressed when. So you just don't open your mouth as much. When. And then you combine them together. And when I. So that and is almost dropped. And when I. Now let's talk about go to sleep. He pronounced this quite clearly, but a native speaker might say goda, because that T between two vowels becomes a soft D. Goda, go to sleep. Now let's talk about the sentence structure. Notice we have when plus subject plus present simple. This is used with a future action. I see many mistakes with this. When I improve, not the future simple, the present simple. When I improve my listening skills, so how would you complete this sentence? What verb do you need? you need the future simple to complete the sentence. For example, when I improve my listening skills, I'll watch, I will. A native speaker will say all, a very unstressed, I'll watch your lessons without subtitles. Notice the expression, go to sleep. You can also say, go to bed. Both are very commonly used. Go to sleep, go to bed. But don't say, go to my sleep or my bed or the sleep, the bed. You don't need a possessive or an article. And notice those different prepositions. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But what happens with night? At night, at night. So let's continue this clip. And when I go to sleep at night, what does he say next? Let's find out.
You know, when I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm two-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey going to get some well-needed shut-eye. You know, when I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm two-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey going to get some well-needed shut-eye.
Did you get those missing words? Going to get some well-needed shut-eye, shut-eye. Did you get that? What is shut-eye? Well, maybe you understand just based on the context that it's sleep. Now, in this case, shut-eye and sleep are both nouns. You can say, let's get some shut-eye. Let's get some sleep. So that's another way of suggesting, let's go to sleep. Let's get some sleep. But remember, sleep is of course used as a verb. I hope you sleep well. But shut-eye is only a noun. Now, using our imperative, maybe you have a newborn baby and you say, please, please sleep tonight. I desperately need some shut-eye. Now, well-needed, notice he added well-needed shut-eye. This is an adjective. It means very much needed. You could also say well-deserved, which means very much deserved. For example, after working for 10 hours, I took a well-deserved break. I deserved this break very much. So it's an adjective that modifies the noun. Now, let me ask you, have you noticed that the audience is laughing a lot, but Jim Carrey isn't telling jokes? So why is the audience laughing? Do you know? The audience is laughing because Jim Carrey is mocking his importance and success. Do you know what the verb to mock means? Other synonyms are to tease, to make fun of, to poke fun at. But this can be done in a light-hearted way, like Jim Carrey is doing. Jim Carrey is mocking his importance and success in a light-hearted way. But what if you say, my coworkers mock my accent nonstop? So mock is your verb. You need to conjugate it. Now, this can also be in a mean-spirited way. So lighthearted is positive, and then the opposite is mean-spirited, which is negative. Now remember, the audience is filled with celebrities, so he's also mocking their importance and success. So he's saying he goes to sleep just like everyone else despite having 2 Golden Globes. That's why everyone is laughing. Now let's continue on. Here's your next listening exercise.
And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream. And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream.
Did you get those missing words? I don't just dream any old dream. Did you hear how old dream sounded? You definitely don't want to say old. You want to say ol. So drop that D, ol, but then attach it to the noun, old dream, old dream. Now you combine this with any because that's the expression, any ol. So you can use that Y to transition to the next word, which is a vowel, ol. Any ol, any ol, any old dream, any old dream. Now, this is an expression, any old plus noun, pronounced as any ol, means random or unimportant. So we commonly use this in the negative. You can't just buy any old dress. You can't just buy some random dress, some unimportant dress. You can't just buy any old dress. This is your wedding. You need a spectacular dress. Let's keep going. Here's your next listening exercise.
I dream about being 3-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey. I dream about being 3-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey.
Did you get all the missing words? I dream about being 3-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey. And of course, notice that 3-time, you already heard that. So let's talk about to dream about. Notice that you can have a gerund or a noun. So it's very common to ask, what did you dream about last night? What did you dream about last night? Now to answer this, you can use a clause, which is subject, verb, object, and you can add that before the clause, which is optional. So it's not required. You could say, I dreamed, because dream is a verb, so you conjugate it. I dreamed that, optional. Now our clause, I dreamed that I was Jim Carrey. It was so weird. Now notice that to dream of, a different preposition, of, plus gerund or noun. This is used differently. It's used to talk about your desires, your aspirations, or goals. For example, I dream of, gerund, I dream of speaking English fluently and confidently. But if you say, I dream about speaking in English with natives, this means you have this vision while asleep. Now again, did you notice that the audience was laughing a lot? Well, the audience is laughing because still, Jim Carrey is mocking his desire, but then therefore the audience's desire for even more success and importance. Everyone in the audience wants to win that Golden Globe. They desperately hope their name will be called. And he's downplaying the importance of it. Do you know what to downplay means? This means to make something seem less important or significant than it actually is. But often we use this as advice to not do this, because people downplay their success. For example, your friend might say, or a family member might say, I got a promotion, but it's no big deal. It's no big deal. They're downplaying their promotion. So you can say, don't downplay your success, which is the imperative in the negative. Don't downplay your success. You earned that promotion. Let's keep going. Here's your listening exercise.
Because then I would be enough. It would finally be true. And I could stop this terrible search. And I could stop this terrible search.
Did you get all the missing words? And I could stop this terrible search. Oh, Jim Carrey, he's the best. So again, he's clearly mocking the importance of winning a Golden Globe. And also remember that everyone in the audience wants to win, maybe desperately wants to win. So they're laughing at themselves because they identify with what he's saying. Now, he's saying, I would be enough if I won 3 Golden Globes. Because remember, he dreams about becoming 3-time Golden Globe winner. This is your second conditional, which is used for hypothetical or unreal situations. So we have if plus past simple, and then would plus base verb. If I improved my English, I would travel more. But at this point, is hypothetical and unreal. If I won a 3rd Golden Globe, I would stop this terrible search. Now, this is almost an incomplete sentence because it doesn't tell you what he's searching for, but it's implied. Everyone in the audience knows, I know what he's searching for. Do you know? Do you know what Jim Carrey is searching for? Well, he's searching for meaning, for importance. And he'll finally get that sense of importance if he wins a third Golden Globe. So this is again why it's funny. He's mocking this desire for more, for more, for more. Now notice you can use could in conditionals to express possibility. He could also say, I could stop searching. Stop searching, because after stop, you want your gerund verb to mean that you no longer do the action. So for you, maybe you say, I stopped using subtitles because I now understand fast English. That's amazing. Let's keep going the next listening exercise.
For what I know ultimately won't fulfill me. For what I know ultimately won't fulfill me.
Did you hear everything he said? For what I know ultimately won't fulfill me. Now notice how a native could pronounce for what I know, combining those sounds together. For what I know, for what I know. So for becomes an unstressed fur. We don't pronounce that D on what, so it sounds like a soft D, but then you add that D to the next sound, which is I, the subject I, but it's the same pronunciation as I. So you add that D before I, for what I, die. And then no is the same pronunciation as the word no, the opposite of yes, for what I know, for what I know. Now, fulfill, we'll talk about the meaning of this. Native speakers often drop that first L, I do, and say fulfill, f. So instead of saying full, ol, with that dark L, we commonly say fulfill, fulfill. It's a lot easier to say, isn't it? And that's what I personally say. So to fulfill, this means to satisfy or to make someone happy. Now there are many different sentence structures. You can say, my job fulfills me. So this is the active form of the verb. The verb is fulfill, so you conjugate it. In this case, my job. My job fulfills me. You could change the subject, her job fulfills her. Or you can say, I feel fulfilled with that ed, it's the adjective form, by my job. I'm fulfilled by my job. Or you can say, I find being a teacher very fulfilling. So you can find something or find doing something fulfilling. So basically, Jim Carrey is saying at the Golden Globe Awards, in front of all these people who desperately want to win, I know winning another Golden Globe, his third Golden Globe, won't fulfill me. It won't satisfy me. It won't make me happy. Now let's hear Jim Carrey's final words of wisdom. You need to complete the missing words. Let's listen now.
But these are important, these awards. But these are important, these awards.
Did you get his final words of wisdom? But these are important, these awards. For pronunciation, but just has that flat T. But. So you just don't push out that sound for the T. And then you need to connect it with the other words. But these are. So you can take R and make it an unstressed That's what native speakers commonly do. But these are. But these are important. But again, it connects to the next word as well. But these are important, these awards. Now, grammatically, why would he say, but these are important, these awards? He's doing this to remind you what the subject is. The subject being these awards. Of course, grammatically, the standard is to say, but these awards are important. But notice he said these are important, but then he's just reminding you what these are. So this is often done as an afterthought. For example, I could say, this is due today, the final report. And then I might realize, oh, well, maybe you don't know what this is, or I just want to clarify. I want to be very direct and clear. So this is due today, the final report. So I'm just adding the subject on at the end. Remember that but or however. They have the same meaning. However is slightly more formal, but is everyday. But however introduces a contrast, meaning there has to be some opposite idea. Maybe something is positive and negative, good or bad, right or wrong. There has to be some sort of contrast. So the contrast here is he's mocking winning an award. His entire beginning part of the speech is mocking winning an award. So we can consider that to be a negative. So now to successfully use but, you have to have a contrasting idea. So you have to have something positive. So to form that contrast and use but successfully, he says these awards are important.
Please welcome two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey.
Thank you. I am two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey. You know, when I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm two-time Golden Globe winner, Jim Carrey, going to get some well-needed shut-eye. And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream. I dream about being three-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey. Because then I would be enough. It would finally be true. And I could stop this terrible search for what I know ultimately won't fulfill me. But these are important, these awards.
Amazing job today. Think of everything you learned. Do you want me to keep using real world clips to help you improve all areas of your English? If you do, put let's go, put let's go in the comments. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And do you think you can hear everything Obama says and understand the joke he makes? Watch it and find out now.